Welcome back to Your Voice. We'll now take a trip to Lake Papiani Park in Edison, New Jersey, where the 13th annual Indo-American Festival's Dussehra celebration took place. We spoke to some of those who made this festival possible. We even caught some of the cultural stage performances.
दोस्तों बड़े धूमधाम से बच्चे बड़े छोटे हम सब मिलजुल कर दशहरा मना रहे हैं और दशहरा जो होता है उसमें रावण दहन होता है.
Hi, my name is Juhi Jain and actually I am the cultural coordinator and co-chair at the Dussehra committee. What I do is I organize the cultural program. The cultural program is almost 3 hours long program and we try to incorporate a lot of Indian culture and heritage and art form and give them a platform to come and perform. This is not only helping our third generation to actually be motivated to learn and be appreciated by the audience that come here.
We heard a special and much-awaited announcement from Indo-American Festival's president and founder, Mr. Mangal Gupta.
I would like to take this opportunity to announce that we are going to have the first Ram Leela ground outside India in America, in New Jersey. And I need your support. One day we will have that and we will have our Ram Leela and all the festivals there. I thank all my sponsors who supported this. I need their support and please support our Indar project, the Sankat Mochan Hanuman Mandir.
On behalf of the governor, I do want to wish everyone a very happy Dussehra. As you know, the Asian Indian community is a very important part of New Jersey, about the culture of New Jersey, the economic growth of New Jersey. And on behalf of the governor, I want to wish you all a very, very happy festival season.
And no Dussehra celebration would be complete without the traditional burning of the demon Ravan, symbolizing the power of good over evil. And just a few miles away in New York City, Mr. Mitul Desai spoke about what makes his job so unique. He is the first and newly appointed senior advisor for the U.S. State Department's South and Central Asia Bureau. He met with South Asian community leaders to talk about the link between the United States and its ever-growing South Asian diaspora.
First of all, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank GOPIO and NFIA, and I know there were other organizations who were behind this. So this is all very nice of you to do, and it's perfectly embodies the importance of sort of proactive civic engagement that I think our community needs to do more of. So thank you again. I'll just start with kind of talking about my role, why they created my role. My role is, it's a new role. It hasn't existed anywhere in the State Department before, and there's this region, the South Asian region, is the only region that has a position like mine. And it was created by my boss, who's Assistant Secretary of State, Robert Blake. And he, he's a India hand. Some of you may know him. He served in India many years. He knows Sri Lanka as well. He was the U.S. ambassador to Sri Lanka. And in all his travels around South Asia and in the U.S., he kept seeing, these non-governmental groups like diaspora organizations and nonprofits and corporations who were becoming almost more important than what the governments were doing in the U.S.-India relationship. So this concept that people-to-people ties and business-to-business ties are in some ways more important than government-to-government ties kind of really hit him, and he had this vision to create a position who would be dedicated solely to engaging with these non-governmental groups. And prominently within that was engaging with the diaspora. Because again, in the U.S.-India relationship, from the civil nuclear deal to, just kind of highlighting the importance of India on Capitol Hill and in the State Department, the Indian American community has been front and center. And so he really wants me to make sure that I talk to the Indian American community. And really when I engage with the community, it's sort of two goals that I have. One is, just to build kind of dialogues and partnerships that didn't exist before, very much like what we're doing tonight. But second, where appropriate, actually build public-private partnerships around issues of mutual concern, whether, as I talked to many of you before, we started around entrepreneurship or philanthropy. There's another project on state-to-state engagement. And all of these projects have a role for the diaspora, they have a role for private sector, they have a role for nonprofits. So that's kind of my role. And let me just give you kind of a real-time snapshot of the U.S.-India relationship. So, as you know, back in 2010, actually we announced it in 2009, elevated, because we saw India as such an incredibly important partner, we elevated the relationship to an official strategic dialogue, is what it's called. And that's basically, when you elevate a relationship to that level, it's whole of government interaction. So it's not just the State Department, it's all of the agencies of the U.S. government, from the Defense Department to NASA to Commerce Department to, up and down the line, and same thing on the Indian side, all talking to each other about every issue from non-proliferation to climate change to trade and investment, so to cybersecurity. I mean, really a full range of education, full range of issues. So we had the first meeting of the Strategic Dialogue in June of 2010 in Washington, D.C., where the Indians came here. That was followed by President Obama's visit to India, which, as you know, was very successful, very historic. He announced U.S. support for an Indian permanent seat on a reformed UN Security Council, which is a historic announcement. And then just 2 months ago, Secretary Clinton went to India for the second strategic dialogue, and she went to Delhi for the government meetings, the boring government meetings, although there were a lot of agreements that came out of that. Then she went to Chennai to highlight the importance of people to people and business to business and then NGO and all the social and economic development work happening outside of government.
We're going to take another short break, but don't go far. We'll be right back. See you on the other side of the break.